Good morning. My name is Adif Falahan and welcome to another edition of my podcast. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you one of the best, the best learning technique I got when I was studying Japanese, a second language. That's right. これから勉強のテクニックを教えます。Okay, so what is this? Well, first of all, it's gonna be quite simple. It's really planning. That's right. As simple as it is, having a structure for each day and knowing what you want to achieve will get you one step closer to learning, achieving, and speaking the second language. That's right. 毎日のスケジュール作ってからゴールもあるなら上手になることできます。So, what does that mean? How do you plan? Well, it's very simple. For myself, I chose to do 3 hours every day of studying. You might be asking yourself, I don't have 3 hours. 毎日3時間の暇時間はないですよって言って。But I promise you, if you just think about this, wake up a little bit earlier, you can achieve this. Now, 3 hours. How would you have 3 hours in the day? You have work, you maybe have family, so do I. You may have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. It's up to you to find the time in between, and this is how I did it. I began, first of all, by saying I'm going to do some reading, writing, speaking, listening, 4 different things. I knew what I wanted to study. Then I had to plan out how I'm going to achieve these. What I did was, 1, try and do 3 hours every morning. That's right. I tried it 3 hours every morning. It's a bit much, but I give it a go. Now, one thing you should learn is experimentation is key in achieving your goals. You have to find what works best for you. I read somewhere and it said, study in the morning. Also, a good book that talks about this is by Laura Vanderkam. It's called What the Most Successful People Do Before Breakfast. How to Achieve More at Work and at Home. She talks about all the different routines and things people do in the morning. So check that book out. It might be useful for you. Anyway, so I tried this 3 hours in the morning. Boom, I completed it. Let's just say it wasn't good. I used up all the glycogen in my brain. That's right, I was exhausted for the rest of the day because I didn't have time to sleep. I had to get on with the rest of my day. I don't recommend 3 hours straight away unless you have nothing to do or you have a late start in the day. So what did I do? I decided to cut it in half. That's right, I cut it. Boom. So I had 1 hour and 30 minutes in the morning, 1 hour and 30 minutes at night.
I'll talk about what I actually studied in another podcast.
But what I did was I tried half and half, 50-50. This was okay, but I felt I had more energy in the morning than I did after work in the evening. So what did I do? I decided to split it, give it another go. So what I did was 2 hours in the morning, 30 minutes during lunch, and 30 minutes at night time. It was still kind of strange. I needed my lunchtime. I didn't really want to be thinking about languages in between. So
I removed studying at lunch.
I substituted that for just listening to music and watching videos, interviews, all in Japanese. So that's how I substituted that. But I still kept the 3 hours. So what I did was, I did 2 in the morning, 1 at night, and literally 1 hour of just studying. I did this just before bed, which meant I've already had dinner, I already brushed my teeth, washed my face, had my shower, did everything. I was in my pajamas ready to go to bed. I tried this for a while and I noticed a super increase in my language learning. That's right, studying in the morning, first thing when you wake up, and last thing at night before you go to bed. These were the best times of the day for me to study. Why? I don't know. There are many researchers that explain how you have more glycogen in your brain in the morning. Glycogen is like the fuel source for the brain. It's what keeps your brain ticking and it just gives you that focus. So researchers say you have more focus, more willpower in the morning. And they say like throughout the day, your willpower kind of dwindles. But if you knock out at least 2 hours, then that 1 hour is not that long, if you know what I mean. You can break that 60 minutes up if you wanted to 30 minutes, 10-minute break, then 30 minutes again and sleep. It's up to you how you break it up. Think about this like something you're experimenting with. Give yourself 90 days to do this, like a 90-day challenge. If it works for you, then you've got the perfect formula for yourself. But you know you're working within a time frame every day, which is 3 hours. Commit to that. Have a stopwatch. That's one thing I used when I was doing this. And I promise you, as soon as that time hit, boom, I'm out of there. I've stopped, cut everything off because I know I needed to do other things. And by doing this, I programmed myself. I trained myself to work within those time frames. So in the morning, I would have a 2-hour routine. Then within that, I would break it up into what I needed to study. And I'll use my stopwatch to help me break it up. If I needed a 10-minute break just to clear my head a little bit, I would do that. Or alternatively, I'll just switch the studying that I was doing to something a bit easier. Anyway, that's all for now. Stay tuned for my next study tips. And that's right, I'm going to be doing this at least once a day now. This is my 90-day challenge. Thanks very much. You've just been listening to a podcast by Ade Falahan. So take care and see you, speak to you, share this with everyone, and have a wonderful day. Bye.